Hello, and welcome to the State of the Game Podcast. I'm GT. It's August 4th, 2025, and this episode is a full breakdown of WWE SummerSlam 2025, both nights, and what it means moving forward. From CM Punk's fleeting glory to Rollins' shocking cash-in, Naomi's title defense, Cage Wars, and Brock Lesnar's surprise return. Let's unpack it all, y'all. Please keep in mind to keep it copacetic in the comments as you listen to the commentary. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. To God be the glory at all times. All right, y'all. Let's get it. So, before we start on everything that has happened at SummerSlam this weekend, let's all give a toast and a round of applause along with a resounding sigh of relief because football is back, people. The pros have started training camp and preseason, and college is not too far behind, but the bottom line is football is back. One more time for all the people in the nosebleeds, football is back. All right? Now that I got that out of my system, let's talk about WWE and all the festivities from SummerSlam from this past weekend, all right? So, we're going to start with night one, okay? Night one highlights. The main event, Gunther versus CM Punk. World Heavyweight title was on the line for this one. The opener saw Gunther versus CM Punk deliver a classic 30-minute slugfest. All right, Gunther dominated early with his vicious chops, but Punk battled back, dropping Gunther through a commentary table and forcing a bloody exchange. All right, I think it had something to do with I think he had a broken nose or something had to do with his nose, but it was a bloody one. Against all odds, Punk landed 2 GTS finishers and clinched the pinfall, capturing his first World Heavyweight Championship in 12 years. All right, the crowd exploded, but so did WWE's storytelling. All right, which leads us to the Seth Rollins cash-in. All right, before Punk could even celebrate, people, Seth Rollins appeared on crutches, reminding everyone of his supposed injury. All right. Then he dropped the lie, sprinted to the ring, cashed in the Money in the Bank briefcase, and stunned Punk with a curb stomp to reclaim the title in just 10 seconds. Altogether, CM Punk had the title for, I think it was 5 minutes, 10 seconds. All right. The betrayal completed a storyline promise. Rollins vowed to stop Punk from ever holding the belt, and he did so in grand fashion. All right. Fan reaction was polarized. Some praised the moment, while others criticized the deception, especially after LA Knight was sacrificed for Rollins' storyline. Another thing that's coming out of that is the how the dirt sheets was basically played throughout this entire process, and there's going to be some backlash from that as well. Okay, so let's look at the undercard recaps from night one. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso defeated Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, reinforcing tribal dominance. Breaker is now a red-hot future star, and to be honest, he has been for a while now. Okay, Bronson Reed is on his way as well. So it'll behoove all of us as wrestling fans to be on the lookout for those two in the next few years. Okay. Also, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. I love that storyline right there. Captured the women's tag titles from Judgment Day's Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, setting up possible tension between champion teammates. Also, Tiffany Stratton defied expectations by retaining her women's championship over Jade Cargill, enhancing her credibility as a champion. I guess time will show how much this affects Jade Cargill. Some are thinking that there's a possible heel turn in the works for her. We'll see how it goes moving forward. In a chaotic celebrity tag match, Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre upset Randy Orton and Jelly Roll, with Logan crashing through Orton and Jelly via a top rope splash through the announce table, highlighting unpredictability of celeb matches. And man, when I tell you, the winner of the match, even though he lost, was Jelly Roll, because he showed up and he showed out, proving his worth and proving his dedication to the work of being a WWE superstar, much like on the lines of how Bad Bunny was. Okay. Night one was anchored by Punk versus Gunther and salvaged or stolen by Rollins' Money in the Bank moment. It cemented two story arcs and set the tone for night two. Remember, on the post show, Triple H basically had said, if you thought night one was something, you hadn't seen anything yet, and boy was he right. Boy was he right. So let's go into night two. So we had John Cena versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. All right. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, a rematch from WrestleMania, okay, where Rhodes had lost the title via a heel turn from John Cena. Rhodes, the 2025 King of the Ring winner, fought for redemption and reclaimed the undisputed WWE Championship, regaining the title he lost at Mania. The match was well received, a nod to Rhodes' steady main event ascent. Also, I would be remiss if I didn't say that this was probably the best John Cena match that I'd say about 10 or 15 years, okay? And the last time we saw a match of his at this caliber, ironically enough, was with this guy. Brock Lesnar's return just as Cena began his farewell, okay? Brock Lesnar made a surprise return, ambushing Cena post-match. This instantly reignited one of WWE's most heated rivalries throughout the years and signaled a major threat to Rhodes' new reign, okay? The last time we saw Brock Lesnar, he was basically in a passing of the torch type of moment, hugged Cody Rhodes, and I believe that was SummerSlam as well. As a matter of fact, I think it was SummerSlam 2 years ago. Boy, did he make his mark when he returned. All right. So what else happened? So Naomi retained the Women's World Championship in a high-energy triple threat against Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, surviving near falls and interference to hold on to the title. Okay. Becky Lynch retained her Intercontinental Women's title in a no disqualification match over Lyra Valkyria, who was barred from future rematches under stipulation rules, keeping Lynch firmly in the picture. Okay. In a brutal steel cage match, semi-brutal, Solo Sikoa, defended his U.S. championship against Jacob Fatu. Sikoa won, but Fatu turned heads with his dominance, solidifying his SmackDown star potential. I heard that there's a major push coming from him in the future, coming for him in the future. We'll see how that goes. I don't think the United States title will be much in his picture moving forward. They're probably trying to put him in main event situations. So be on the lookout for that. Night 2 wrapped up strong with Rhodes' victory and Lesnar's shocking return, clearly propelling the next chapter. So, the question is, what's the implications moving forward? Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. Rollins' sudden title win sets up a high-stakes program. Punk's first world title in over a decade slipped away in seconds, thanks to Rollins' deception. A rematch, or multiple, seems inevitable. Punk has proven he's still a main event worthy act. And I tell you what, that Gunther match with CM Punk, man, he can take a lot of punishment. He can still take a lot of punishment at this age. And he's still shown that he's able to rise to the occasion, so to speak, and pretty much overcome all the odds to win. So that's CM Punk in a nutshell, and he still has that quality. Okay. Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar, with Rhodes now champion and Lesnar back to torch Cena, we're looking at a multifaceted feud. Okay. Rhodes must prove himself against the Beast once again, and while Cena's future remains in question. Lesnar's unpredictability opens doors. I think with Lesnar being back in the picture, I think this is a different Lesnar. I think this is a more inspired Lesnar compared to when we saw him last. And I think that poses problems for everybody all across WWE. Bliss and Flair's tag title victory may soon split factions. Stratton's retention pushes her legitimacy. Naomi's win keeps her strong, and Becky continues dominance, suggesting deep, dynamic storylines ahead. Okay? So Young Forces rising. Roman and Jay continue to dominate with Judgment Day alignments. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are rapidly gaining momentum, and Fatu is hungry post-defeat. And LA Knight's fan frustration could lead to a big push. Okay, I think his position in this whole situation has caused to catapult him into main event status. Okay, let's look at storytelling trust issues. So, fan backlash over the Rollins fake injury, storyline reveals WWE risks when misdirection feels too real. Okay, trust is fragile, especially with beloved stars like Knight sacrificed for the plot. WWE creative must balance surprises with long-term fan goodwill. I said this a couple of days ago. The more people say that kayfabe is dead, the more it stays alive. Because the swerve with the dirt sheets and the whole 9 yards, that was a nice touch. That was a chef's kiss. Okay. So the conclusion. What's the conclusion? SummerSlam 2025 was explosive on both nights. Okay. Punk's emotional title win, Rollins' dramatic theft, Rhodes reclaiming gold, Lesnar's shocking return, and championships changing hands across divisions. It reset multiple narratives, okay? Redemption for Rhodes and Punk, crisis for Cena, tension for Rollins and Naomi, and momentum for the next generation, all right? So, that being said, this wraps this episode up. Thanks for tuning in to the State of the Game podcast. If you love deep dive previews and predictions, hit like, share, and subscribe. And leave your thoughts below, man. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. Who's winning next? You know, what rivalries are we tracking? You know, what's the next big swerve that may be on the way? Just let me know what you think in the comments, man. I know I used to like to, get into all the predictions and stuff. I still do a little bit. As a matter of fact, my daughter was watching SummerSlam in her room, and while I was watching it in our front room, in our living room, and I just saw little tidbits and little Easter eggs, and I just ran up in her room, and I was just basically like, Brock Lesnar's coming, and she was like, wondering where would I get that from, because nobody had seen or heard or even predicted online that Brock Lesnar was coming. And I just had that feeling. I had that gut feeling. And sure enough, goodness, when that guitar riff hit and that song kicked in gear and we saw him come out, everybody was shocked. So that was a beautiful swerve. That was a beautiful surprise to cap night 2 of SummerSlam. As far as night 1 is concerned, Seth Rollins always tends to post during football season, especially when the Bears lose for some strange reason. He always tends to post every week, "I hate football." Well, after SummerSlam 2025, I can say this. As a CM Punk fan, I hate Seth Rollins. But it was beautiful, man. Beautiful cash in. He's known for it. The heist of the century, all of that good stuff. He's known for it, so it is what it is. Thank you guys for tuning in to the State of the Game podcast. I'm GT. Tune in next week as the Fallout continues live, man. Each and every week. From no matter what sport, no matter what development in entertainment or in culture, we are here for it. All right, man. God bless and peace out.